I'm Jocelyn Rolling. I'm a licensed mental health counselor for Compass Counseling of Northwest Indiana, and I work primarily out of the Valparaiso office. So most of my professional background is in education, and so I taught English for about 10 years. It was actually being in school, being a teacher, being in education that kind of made me want to get into mental health. I started sort of responding more to the mental health issues than the educational issues. I cared less about how to write an essay and more about how people were feeling. It was a big career change for me, but I'm in the right place, and I hope to do it for the rest of my professional life. If I were to talk about my particular strengths or specialty areas, I really consider myself to be a relationship counselor. It means a lot to me to build a really strong relationship with my clients because I'm aware that sometimes that might be one of the first and only places where we're able to do that. So that's really important to me. And I also really enjoy helping people on their journeys to building relationship with themselves. At one point in all of our lives, we're gonna be dealing with relationship issues, actually probably at many points. When we feel disconnected, when we don't feel that we're being heard or seen or truly understood or able to be really able to feel free to be vulnerable with another person or in fact with ourselves, because sometimes we are the ones that we are telling lies to. Conflict, that's a big thing in couples therapy. A lot of people come in and they're concerned about, we have a lot of conflict or we fight a lot. And then one of the first things I say is that's okay. That's not even necessarily a bad thing. Some of the happiest couples long term have a lot of conflict, but it's really, how are we having conflict? Are we facing it together like a team, or are we like adversaries? In fact, conflict-free relationships are probably not very healthy, but how can we have better conflict and more productive conflicts? We can develop problematic ways of thinking about our own problems. So I will provide perspective, but I'm also going to challenge. I'm actually really good at finding patterns. That's something that I have a strength with. So if I can identify some things that you are doing that aren't maybe in your best interest, I love to validate your emotional experience. However, if we are contributing to our own dysfunction, I will not hesitate to point that out. I'm fascinated by how people become who they are and how they can become who they're going to be in the future. And if I can be part of that on any level, I really enjoy that. I did run a marathon, and so what that has taught me is that I cannot wuss out of stuff. It's almost unfortunate when you find out what you can do. It's like you can't not let yourself do it or force yourself to do it, because now you know. Now I know what I can do. You come in and you think, well, this is who I am, this is my story, this is what I've done, this is what I can do. We can change our story at any point of our lives. I want to provide an environment where you can be honest in this room. Not so much with me, I'm sort of the witness, but you can be honest with yourself. If it sounds like counseling is something that appeals to you and you want to try out, which I highly recommend, you can go to our website, which is compasscounselingnwi.com, and click on Become a Client. I hope to connect with you soon.